Hello and welcome. Today is the 29th day of October 2017. Welcome to a hashtag crypto trading video. Going to talk a little bit about my favorite strategy, which I think almost anyone can be able to execute. And you don't need to really know the news. Don't even really need to look at charts, although that's definitely an added benefit or better added helpful thing to be able to know how, but just to be able to buy lower and sell higher. Assuming you're back in time and price action on Feathercoin was 5,564. If you bought and hold this, you would have been better off holding Bitcoin rather than this because currently price action is lower than such. Feathercoin is down from its price on May 14th, 2016. So you buy some here at 5,500, but instead of just buying and holding, you're going to have more buy orders lower, you're going to put sell orders higher, and every time you buy, you're going to look to sell higher. Every time you sell, you're going to look to get the better deal again. Here's a situation where there was an opportunity to buy at 4,000, sell at 5,500, but there's lots of great opportunities. Everything that one may have bought down here, say at 4,000, 3,000, 2,000, the thing goes up to 10,000. A whole bunch of these buy orders get executed on the way up. You don't have to know charts to be able to get that. And then after you sell 9,000, well, let's buy that back at 7,000. That's lower. Oh, you sold at 6,000. We'll buy that back at 4,000. And if you're fortunate enough, sometimes you can even see sometimes that even though if you say you're selling at 9,000, maybe you would buy back at 7, you see the price is already down to 5. You're like, oh, sweet. And when we look even further here, just even these small moves in here, there is no reason why if you know price is at down in here around 22,000, if it's going to go up to like 47, you should at least get one sell order in here. And then down she goes again to buy back. And in a situation like we would see in 2016 from August going from 2,000 down to 1,000, there's a situation where all you're doing is just buying, buying, buying. There's no selling opportunities whatsoever, so you're forced into accumulation stage. Accumulation stage continues. It continues a little bit even deeper and deeper again. So there's a situation in which you've had weeks and months of buying opportunities as we've seen Feathercoin fall from like 1,700 to 400. Sure enough, maybe around in December of 2016, price fell from 700, rose to 1,100. Maybe you got a scalp there, maybe you didn't. But what you definitely would have got is selling opportunities at the start of March because all of this buying occurs. And look what happens here on March 22nd. The market rallies up close to 1,900. It's an area it fell from on September 17th on 2016. And then it bottoms in March. So that's pretty much near a half a year. And then a half a year's losses gets retained in just a few weeks' time. Interesting. Okay. So all of these sell opportunities are brought back with some immediate buys. And when we expand this even further, because of what you're able to buy within here from the original sale, you're able to sell it back again in here. And maybe you missed a sell order in at, say, 22,000 or 2,100. Well, it didn't get moved. You didn't delete it. And in here, it would have got executed to the point where if you sold all the way up on April 18th at 22.20, how can you not profit when you see days later it bottoms down to even below 1,000? So you're selling at 1,300. You have another seller at 1,600. You have another seller at, say, at 1,900, and another seller fell at 2,150. But all but one of them could have easily been bought back. And pretty much all of them could have easily been done so. Everything you bought back in the band in here at about 11, 1200 is sellable up here. So you buy 1200, sell order 1600, sell orders maybe 2000, and then they go even further. Now you could have situations where you could run out, but obviously this worked out to be an ideal time to run out of coins. But even if you didn't, you're always making sure you don't run out. One way of doing such is selling a percentage of what you got back. Say, for example, selling a little less than half of your tokens for a 100% gain will make it so you mathematically can never run out. But as we see, all the cryptos top, we're now 2017 this year in the summer. Litecoin makes it up to about 4,000. It had a support range of the summer around 2,500. And down she falls. Buy opportunity. Buy, 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 buy. Maybe some small opportunities within the session. Maybe back at the end of July, you bought at 1,500 and sold at 23. But we've just had the market do what it did before, get back much of the losses in a very quick period of time. Currently, price action is in at 2,100. And it's in at a high today of around 32, which is the area of this congestion area of the most recent high. And falling on the July 10th date from 3,200 to this bottom in around October 21st. That's a little over 3 months. And it got back 3 months worth of losses in about 8 days, a little over a week. 8 days or so to get back 3 months worth of losses. And in a situation within this, a lot of Bitcoins can be added to your account by having these sell orders, which means as a trader, you say, for example, you went away for the weekend, a few days. Let's say you went away just before this rally. And then you find out, okay, sell order 1,100, sell order 1,400, sell order 1,800, sell order 2,000, 2,500, 3,000, and then that's all as far as you got because 35 didn't get hit, we'll say. And then you see now, ooh, 21.15. I'd probably buy the 3,000 order back now and then start placing other orders in. Of course, you can look at the shorter term time frames, but even if you don't care about charts, you don't even need to. You could put an order and say, well, why don't I just put one in for around 1,800, and then 1,500, then 12, and then maybe 900, 750. Boom, 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 boom. All those orders are in, and you're done. And because you would have just bought now, say, at 21, after all, you sold at around 3, you put that sell order back in for 3. And you're ready to go, and there's nothing you need to do with that code until you get a notification of either a buy or sell order coming in. But then you do look at the charts because you can get more advantages towards such. You can see on the 1 hour time frame, maybe if you're looking to get into the play, it might fill this 18 average. And other different time frames may help out as well. 30-minute time frame, it's already filling it a little bit, but this is one heck of a move. That for me, it just makes it easy just to have the buy and sell orders. Now, I was unable to take advantage of these large gains. And the primary reason for that was because I basically had a minimum bet on such. I have a few codes in which I have larger amounts for, in which if these moves will happen to occur to go to the upside, I have sell orders in for gigantic values. And for me as a trader, there really is a couple of losing situations. One of which is when the markets just keep going down and you lose. I think that's so obvious. But this to me is a positive one, where you are able to actually buy, say, for me, I bought at like 780, selling at 1080, and the whole time I was doing such, I was trying to get a deal back in a creative kind of way that oftentimes works. Other codes, I can sometimes get away with highway robbery, and Bitbean was one example of such, where, let me just take off, let me bring this chart up a little bit better, daily time frame. We're just during, or back in here, I was like running away with highway robbery every single time the markets rallied but came back. So if you go for short-time sales or short-term profitable sales, you can take advantage of these types of moves. But if you do so and they just keep on going away, you're basically going to run out of tokens within such. So I just wanted to go over this a little bit better because Feathercoin is definitely having a huge breakout moment. And of course, this used to be much, much higher before. And if you were buying back when it was like 5,000 and you bought and sold this way, you would have some pretty sweet profits. Where someone just bought at 5,000 and held, they're down a decent amount. And yeah, I just wanted to explain this in case you want further information within this. And again, everything is within your own risk and own reward. I will be back later in the day, well, morning rather, with the 2.5 minute warning. Bitcoin not really doing much of note. It's had a couple early rally recently today, bringing the market up over in here. We can see, like, this is the two candles I'm talking about that are brought up towards this point in here. Come back towards this 18 average. Very, very, very choppy. It seems that we've been in this like 5,000-ish ballpark range for forever. And it almost has been in the crypto time, October 12th. That's about a week and a half ago that the market broke out past 5,500. And in fact, it's down from the highs in here. Now, my portfolio would actually be higher myself from here than it was back in here, because I've been able to make more positive trades to increase my portfolio a little bit. And that's what I'm trying to do, is outperform the price of Bitcoin. There are going to be winners, losers, and winning losers. And of course, buying Feathercoin at like 780, selling it at 1180 is exactly such. But I got nothing else to say, so I'm just going to end the video. Thank you for tuning in, and have yourself a great night. Bye-bye.